Hey guys, this is Zlewikk and welcome back to our Achievements Hunter Run. So series when I'm trying to get all of EU5 achievements before EU4 is released. A couple of days ago I posted on my YouTube community a poll asking you what achievement I should do next, and you chose it very clearly that I should go for probably the hardest achievements that currently is available in EU4. So MEHMET'S Ambition, which requires you to conquer or hold with my core ALETs all of these lands before 1500. Easy? Well, we'll see. Oh guys, I hope that you are as excited for this series as I am. Let's start with picking up rivals, and this will be countries that we plan to kill early on. The Mamluks, Venice, as well as, let's pick Castile. As for estates, I will start with taking power points. From Ulema we will also take increased piety for the tech cost, higher loyalty, as well as religious diplomats for diplomatic reputation. Umera will give us much more manpower, supremacy over the crown, as well as a general. For the merchant guilds, prestige is for later, you'll see why. I'll take 1% loans, tax, as well as just simply a higher loyalty. From Demi, I will lose that estate a bit later, but it doesn't mean I cannot take some tax for the time being, high loyalty, as well as religious unity. Finally, from Janissaries, same. I don't need to take anything because I will temporarily lose that estate, but I will go ahead and just take a lower maintenance and a bit more of manpower from them while taking higher loyalty. Now we can go ahead and seize land. I'm gonna lose that later, but it's fine. Let's summon the diet. And anything interesting we've got here? Well, honestly, not really, and I hate it. But I would just take Devin Ningbolu, because we'll have a mission to complete Demi agendas. I just also don't have to finish it yet. Let's take a naval doctrine, which is gonna be focused on galley compatibility, and I'm gonna build additional 3 galleys that we'll need for a mission. Now, as for decisions, just adopt the title of you know whom. No, I'm not gonna do that. Take some legalism, and I don't want to miss this. We are focusing fully on legalism. We're gonna fix that piety. We don't need construction cost. Let's just instead go and get a general that is not bad. Ruler general, 2 siege, but obviously we don't want Mehmet to die. Focus admin, take the tax guy here. From Diplo, we surely need Diplo rep guy, and I'll be looking for one. While from the military, we need a level 2 advisor, and that's gonna be, for now, manpower guy, which is allowing me to get 4,000 cannons in 1444. What we'll also need to get on military is 10,000 of Janissaries. To click these 2 missions, one is for morale, the other is for claims on Anatolian Mashik provinces that are Turkish, so this. While Janissary privileges is also additional mill points, higher force limit of Janissaries and their loyalty. Now let's just make sure to go to these Janissaries and consolidate them. Let's send 8,000 to take care of Dul Qadir. 4,000 additionally here. And that 4,000 is gonna also help with Dul Qadir. You get on the border with Byzantium. Alliances, we surely need to ally Crimea to make sure that they become our subject a bit later. And I will also go ahead and ally / guarantee independence of Anizach, Fezzan, Jerid, Tugurt, and Bzap. This is all to make sure that they will not die early on, and I will make sure that my ALETs will work. Also, as for the navy, let's for now send it to hunt pirates in Constantinople. I also don't need a 14 Gallibol. I'll have something more useful later. Now that I got the cannons mission, I'm getting even for a cheaper advisor, which I'm gonna surely get, because this guy is 75% cheaper. Obviously we cannot increase his level because he's Hungarian, but it's fine, it's good enough for us. There goes Diplomatic Reputation Advisor, so we're already at level of 3. The victory over the Varna Crusades is power projection and splendor. So now I actually will be able to, with an instant rival, to get it over 50, which is better mana generation. With this I can click the Aftermath of Varna mission, which is claims on Byzantium, so I'm gonna declare on them before they even get allies on 11th of December. Hello there Byzantium, let's go for a conquest of Constantinople, immediately wipe them and siege everything down. To make sure we are fully efficient, I'm gonna also send ships to both Marmara and Aegean Seas and blockading all of the ports. January 13th I'm gonna attack Dulkadir, which is actually allied to both Hiskaif and Ramazan. That's actually unfortunate because it's gonna make that war a bit slower to take care of all of the 3 of them at once. I guess we are fine. I'm gonna make Ramazan a co-belligerent in that war. I'll be also building both improved relations and favors on Crimea because we want to get 150 relations and 60 trust before we get an event for the succession. There goes additional professions from sack of Constantinople. Oh, actually, do you want to sack it? Because that devastation, I guess it's fine, as definitely more of siege ability for us. The galleys are giving me Admiral 50 tradition. That is actually not too good. There we go. Let's fully annex these guys. We're taking some money. Let's fully annex Byzantium. We're also taking some money. And now we'll start gaming, guys. This will be pure art right now. So we have a few steps to be completed. First of all, let's go ahead and make Constantinople our capital. That's stability, that's why I didn't have to increase it manually. Then we've got a mission, City of the War's Desire, that gives us a lot of development over there. And now, let me go ahead and release a couple of nations. So first of all, I will go ahead and release Ramazan and Dulkadir. I will also take Umera privilege for additional liberty desire on them. I will go ahead and what just happened? I will go ahead and do this to increase the relationship. Stop it without doing a day tick. Now promote them to Aelet. Do the same to Ramazan. Then on top of that, I will go ahead also and release MEHMET'S, which is gonna be another Aelet. And I will give Ramazan my only Shia province. This, I will show you why. So if you go to the religions tab, you see we've got 48.7 Orthodox, 48.7 of Sunni, and there is also Shia that is not making it perfectly balanced. But if I go ahead and give that one province to Dulkadir, I will be perfectly balanced development-wise. Both of them will be 50%. Guys, and a quick shout out, if you're enjoying this content and you'd like to get notified about the next videos from this and other series, remember that you can subscribe to the channel, and I do recommend to do that because I know that over half of you are not subscribing yet. For the rest of the provinces, start coring them. Also make sure to improve Constantinople to level 2. Let's now start preparing for the next steps. So what I'll do, I will start converting Selanik to Sunni. Some of you might say that my next step will gonna be exploiting, and I think it's a really useful trick to make this achievement not only before 1500 but even earlier than that. So first let's start converting and wait a month tick. Now if this is done, you see I can accept simply the Orthodox Zealots, which is gonna switch my religion to Orthodox, which is unfortunate because that's autonomy in that province. It's also minus 50 prestige, etc. I'm gonna lose the estates and my government, but it's fine because now, if I think we just wait a couple of days, you also got adopt Islam as a state religion decision, which is gonna flip me back to Sunni with +1 stability. which is super helpful. Now, yeah, I could click this, but these are not of not use. Let's just go ahead and start converting another province. And after another month tick, you see I can click this decision again. I just have to go ahead and exploit one of our provinces that is of Sunni faith. And you'll see that after a few days, I can accept these demands as well. Now you might say, what do you do that? You're losing Crownland, you're losing prestige. Well, if you take a look, each time you're switching back to Sunni, you get plus 50 relations with other nations of the same religions. We want to get to a maximum of 200, so be able to pretty much immediately make eyalets of all of the small neighbors that we are having. So let me go ahead and now exploit a province that is Orthodox. And within a couple of days, this decision will be available again. There we go, we are Sunni again. So you see that this is plus 100 already of relations. But we're not done yet. Let's go ahead and start converting another province to Orthodox while reducing another province development of the Sunni. Thank you so much. Again, exploiting a province that is Orthodox. And within a few days, I will take this decision for the third time. There we go. And I will do this trick one more time and we'll be done with this whole switching. Okay. And here we are done. You see, all of these guys now love us. And there's second trick that is related for this whole thingy that we are doing. So when you're switching into Sunni, you have a decision to choose your school. So obviously I could change my default school of admin tech cost into AE impact, which would be helpful. But before I click it, first of all, let's just establish the state and take some legalies. But more importantly, I will go to Ulema and choose a privilege, grant local residence to a scholar, which allows me to pick a scholar that I will always have available. That scholar will be also AE impact. I can choose him immediately and strengthen it even further by having my own school being AE impact. So I have AE impact here and I have AE impact here. So if you go onto our modifiers, you'll see you have minus 10% because of low prestige. But that's also why I did not take prestige from merchant guilds, because now I can get further of it. The lower prestige you have, the more of it you're getting. So we'll be fixing that with our next wars. Besides that, I can go ahead and change my government form to Ottomans. So back to our default government. For why I'll be hurting from non-Crownland for the next 3 years. But this is fine, I'll be having source of my prosperity in the country in the different things. Let's also go to Crimea and make sure to use our favors to increase trust. We need 10 more favors, but yeah, for now, sorry Crimea, I have bigger priorities than you. So I got back some Dimir privileges just to increase their loyalty. I think I want equilibrium to be even higher than 60%. Same for Janissaries. I'll just follow this up with deving of Gumilcine. And we can go and start having fun. Let's start with actually vassalizing Aniza. And let's also go ahead and vassalize a couple of more countries. Definitely Fezzan is our priority. That's why I also go and make a royal marriage. So then I'm gonna accept vassalization next month. But yeah, let's have some fun right now, because the next steps will be to allying a country, then vassalizing it, and then promoting to eyalet. But before I make some countries my eyalets, I first want to have feudal society. So 5 vassals that are not eyalets. Eyalets do not count for this. And I need to make these guys an eyalet. And this is because I want to reign in Fezzan eyalet. And now that I don't care about their liberty desire, I can seize land from them, which is Sirt. So now I have a province in Africa. So now I've got the golden era thanks to that province here and having 5 subjects. I did release Tunis from an event, so I've got perma claims on these guys here. And yeah, I'll be definitely aiming for A impact, but that A impact is being saved for the wars against Europeans here and here. It's important for us to reign in Aelet because it's gonna give us double manpower. Yes, Aelets give us manpower, and the Liberty Desire is not stacking when you're a core Aelet. It stacks when you're a normal Aelet. Now that my manpower being cruising very fast, I'm gonna recruit a bit more like any Janissaries, which will be used in a war against Mamluks in a second. Now, if this province is stated, not fully stating for now because I will need admin mana, but I can take this to level 2 which is, yeah, at least another bonus here. I should at least def a bit to get my crown to 1%. So this way my autonomy will be not increasing as much. It is increasing, and it is fine. Trust me, it is fine. I'll have much more manpower for stealing money from the other sources. And now I technically should be waiting to these lands before I declare my wars, which is 1.5 years from now. It's not really worth it. Instead, I will simply go ahead and already declare war on the Mamluks and the Epirus. It's good that Pope does. Yes, he's malevolent. That is so useful. And while attacking Mamluks, I can take Candace. I cannot take Candace and Belgium because I have too good relations with them. That's one disadvantage of our strategy, is that yeah, attacking relations with such a good relations is stab hit for us. But yeah, I guess it's fine. Since I'm very ahead in the technology, I can go ahead and just keep breaching walls in this war with the Mamluks. I'll probably be also able to start rushing these forts, but maybe later. So Crimea, thank you for trust. So now I can click that mission. So whenever the event for Crimea happens, we'll be pretty much sure that will become our march. Oh guys, and I forgot to build a flagship. Yeah, I just need 3 more galleys to do that. Level 3 cheaper advisor for admin is a game changer for us, because we need Tech 5 ASAP. Clouders in Mamluk, they are still at military technology behind, so that is possibly, surely a wipe. Convert Hagia Sophia into a mosque? Well, we need legalism for the tech costs, so absolutely. That is 35 here, and the decision... Oh, no, I'm not replacing any scholars. You see, this already costs me just 787. Conquest of Epirus gives me reign in Greece, which is prestige, lower autonomy, so whatever it was increased here because of my Kremland is gonna go down to 0, and perma claims for the whole Balkans region, which I'll have to use soon, but you see still AE is dropping, so no rush. Let's not slow down, and that's gonna be an issue. Attack Karaman, I wanted to say. I guess let's wait with this. Ooh, another 20 legalism, please. Fear and Ape. Morale? No, I'm gonna go surely for siege ability. Okay, from the Mamluks I only need 5 provinces in Syria. I also take as much money as possible. See, this allows me to click a mission, defeat the Mamluks, which gives me the CP to make them an ALET a bit later. But that's also a long truce after this war. 14 years is a lot. Let's, instead of that, well, do a few things. Release here another ALET, which is gonna be Lebanon. Hello there, Mr. Habibi. I'm gonna keep Antakya for myself, because that's Asia. So I have another bonus here to get the AE impact a bit later. And I'll show them my truce with Mamluks by attacking Cyprus, but I need a claim on them first. Now I can also finally seize land, but I'm not gonna do it. Because we won't take this tech, and if I seize land, I would lose the Dimi tech cost. As we're not wasting any time, already gonna attack Tunis. I'm again a victim of this great relations modifier. We need to get our prestige positive first. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, it's also time to go and divert trade from everyone at last, so we can increase our income furthermore. Yeah, this is not bad. Combined with 83,000 maximum power. My relationship with Karaman finally dropped, so I can go ahead and fully annex them at last. Build a flagship, which is gonna be a heavy ship with ship trade power, morale, engagement with. 1452, I could take this technology. But I wait until January 1453. 1453 is gonna be the date when I will need that technology. Mr. Karaman, thank you so much for full annexation. And let's immediately prepare, guys, for an action on shortening truce with the Mamluks. Conquest of Karaman gives me conquer by the Beyliks, which is even more admin mana, and perma claims on these provinces. Now, what do we do with Karaman? I don't really want to release them because they have cores on more than this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 provinces. They have cores on 3 more provinces. But honestly, seems I actually get more out of ALETs than out of my own lands. I think I'm gonna do it just for a matter of saving admin mana. Or do I need to do so? No, I don't need to do so. Let's just keep these promises at least for myself. So Mr. Cyprus, let's declare, get Mamluks in, they're still destroyed after war with us. So this is gonna be super fast. I don't know if 1450, if you will take this technology, just 521 points. And I will take influence ideas without feeling anything yet. Now, that's gonna be a second thing in this campaign that you might find cheesy, and feel free to just criticize me in the comments. I just want to do the whole achievements faster than 1500. So, you know, specific idea groups have their pulse events that happen in specific dates for specific countries. So on the 23rd of July of this year, I'm gonna have a big chance, while having influence ideas, to get minus 20 AE impact event. That's what I'm gonna aim for. I know I can white PC Mamluks, so my tours is shortened a lot. And I don't have to fight Cyprus till the end. I'd like to annul treaties with the league, but I think that's possible. So just for now, let's just simply go ahead and white peace. I don't need to waste my time on this. I have bigger priorities. While waiting for a pulse event, I've got an advisory event, Hizir Pashaoglu, which is additional prestige. Prestige is also increasing that. Since having a spy network on a target country decreases your AE in that nation, I'm gonna start building spy network on Austria, the main guy that I will be having AE on around here. And anyone else? And Aragon for sure. Is it a subjugation war? No. And I want to be too transparent with you guys. I did get the pulse event, but for increased AE. Hates me or not, but this is one campaign where I might want to just bird a few times to get a specific event I want. So you'll be surprised how OP this nation can be for that achievement. And also, just so we are clear, guys, it is not really required to get this event to complete this achievement. You can do it without that event. I just want to do it earlier. And second note, you have to expect that you're not gonna get this event within 5 minutes. It might take you 20 minutes, but it might take you multiple hours to get that event, depending on your luck. But yeah, at least the first pulse event for the first idea group is usually rather easier. It was much harder to get the event that you're looking for the more idea groups you have unlocked. War with Tunis is also gonna get me to war with Granada, which I'm gonna leverage to get into Iberia. The question is, do I have coring range? That's not good, guys. We don't have coring range for Granada. But I could vassalize them directly in the war, couldn't I? Yes, I could. I think that's what I will have to do. So you see my AE impact is already at minus 45%. So let's just say we fully annex Serbia. So there's just 16 AE. 13 on a nation like Venice. But I'm about to get another 20% here. Fate of Patriarchate is a choice actually of mission where I go into Demi part, which gives me clans of heathens, Demi Equilibrium, the loyalty, a cheaper advisor, or I go towards tax modifier, trans of the true faith. I think I'm gonna go for the Demi one. It should be easier to complete. Just also 75% cheaper advisor. And there we go, we've completed the second agenda for Demi. I'm gonna, so that's what I can get after completing the specific requirements. Let me go and switch towards that advisor. And I'll be promoting him on a higher level. There we go. Because expansion impact, so you see right now, it's minus 66%. So I can go ahead to Serbia again. 9 AE. So if you take a look, we are the most afraid of Venice. 37. You see 4 AE only for all of these provinces, which is really good for us. And actually here in the Balkans, my next step is to attack either Hungary or Venice. I'm thinking about Hungary because they are allied to Austria. And Castile, that is also my next goal, is also allied to Austria. So one way or another we have to fight Austria, but they have tech 3. So it should be an easy war. I think, guys, I will start with Hungary, and then we'll go after Venice. We have to use, you know, this bonus on the bigger countries. This one is also ending in 11 years. Now that I've got a tax building in Constantinople, I'm gonna get a great mosque here, as well as additional tax. So, you know, instead of 2.2 front tax, building in and plus 50%, that's gonna be 3.2. Subjugating Granada is just 14A for us. Diplo points is gonna hurt us, but this is all fine. I actually have such a good relations with them, I'll be able to make them an A-alert immediately. You see, it's terrible border goal from Tunis, but yeah, they expanded terribly for us. Plus, you see, I need only the coastal provinces for the achievement. So I'm gonna go with something like this again. No AE. Nobody cares. Let's prepare for 2 wars, as said. Hungary and Castile at the same time. But before even that, I have to, release some subjects here. There's no need for me to keep all of these lands for myself. Bosnia here, because now Bosnia has cores on Hungary, which is gonna be of use as well. Should I use Serbia? I don't think so. Let's just go with something like this. But in general, you know, for the first 10 years, it doesn't look bad. Especially that in a few years I also take whole Mamluks. Now there goes another 10, I guess, expansion impact. To see when I would like to take full war score from Hungary. Of course, there's auto free conquest, it decreases the war score cost. But see, it's 30. And now when I take this, and I am at minus 80% AE impact, this is just not important for people around. And when you're thinking, how am I managing the wars with so many giga nations that are outnumbering me, because after all I only have 54,000 troops. Well, let's take a look at their army quality. See, 5 morale versus 3.8 morale, and on top of that I have 5% more discipline and also much better general. So this way, actually this battle will not be easy. But this... yeah, I might not be able to win this one actually. Yeah. I actually could win it, I think. But yeah, instead of just run away, it's fine. I'll make sure to peace out Portugal separately, and I will have to do the same on Austria. Okay, Mr. Portugal. Just crash on the navy. Which is easily gonna happen. Oh yeah, it's crash. Question is, do we want to white peace them or do we want to break the relations with Spain? I think I'm gonna break the relations with Castile. How close are we to achieve that? Close. Just in the meantime, let me unlock the Deathshire system, which besides manpower gives me these 3 buttons. So for admin mana I can get some co-creation cost. For Diplo points I can get cheaper advisor, but nothing really useful here for me now. And vassal manpower contribution. So now I have 106,000 manpower. That's 120,000 maximum power that we are having. Thank you, Mr. Portugal. Let's put our focus now on Castile. Oh, Mr. Castile, do you have any more troops left? Nothing. I've killed everything. Time for a carpet siege. See, Castile, for all of these provinces, 25 AE. I think I'm just gonna hold on piecing them out, because we got piece of this both wars at the same time. So having that in mind, we attack someone else in the meantime. Like, for example, Aragon. This is gonna take me some time. Need to get Vienne. Unless I take this 15k and send it to Vienne, because this is the stack with cannons. I'm just afraid it's gonna be too slow if I do it this way. I should build spine to work on these guys, by the way, as well, instead of Hungary. Because France is gonna be my next goal. Let's do that, guys. Let's send these guys very quickly to Austria. Okay, Mr. Austria, there we go. Let's peace them out. And now, just with a bit of a carpet siege on Hungary, I should be able to finish that war as well. Okay, we're down here taking all of this. 22A, nobody was even caring to join the coalition. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna prolong this any further. And I mainly took the provinces to get to push the North mission, exactly 20, which is gonna give us claims on Carpathia region and on Ottoman campaign conquest castles on Hungary, which I don't really need because I only need these provinces from them, but I'll review that, there's no rush. For this, yeah, I'll be getting claims on Austria, and this is not something I'll be doing now. This is good. Let's go ahead and peace out Castile as well. Also just 25 AE, so you see pretty much nobody cares. We just have a couple of more years of that insane AE reduction modifiers that I want to use at least to go into Venice. France, and maybe Naples. We'll see if I have enough time resources to do so, but just take a look. 17 AE on France, 18 on Austria. Let's keep it going. And obviously we're gonna release a couple of ALS in the place here. And now ALS like Lyon, that I'll be having Reconquest CB on Castile thanks to it later. You see the Giga France, 3.7 morale. I have 5.3 already. And you see we absolutely destroying them in this battle, but again, it's not gonna be an easy war. They have 40,000 troops. Just what I think I can do was not only 7,000 of, I thought I have more of them, because rushing for, let me try rushing one fort. If it won't work, obviously I'm not continuing, but let's see how many troops I'm gonna lose. 17k at the start of the rush. Come on. My morale advantage is definitely helping us out. 3,000 lost. Yeah, a bit more than 3,000 lost. I think it's fine. Let's go straight for Paris. Let's start starting with Poitiers first, obviously. See, now that I'm here with some ships in Andalusia, I can just make some better relations with Granada. Which doesn't really matter for us. And I could already declare on the Mamluks with my special CB, but I want to focus on as many wars as possible in the next 4 years when I have this AE impact from the event. That war with France is quite challenging, but you see I already killed 70,000 of them. So step by step I'm getting war score from battles, from the war goal, and from taking their capital. Third espionage idea is additional siege ability, extremely useful, but also core creation cost. See, I could embrace the institution already. Let's wait for January, because otherwise I'll hit the points cap and I want to take this technology. I screwed France so much that their subjects are now disloyal. And that's because France is down to 2,000 troops. We've killed 121k of them. So to take the institutions, yeah, I'm playing very aggressively, so obviously it costs money. Let's take 3 loans, repay our old 1% loans. 3 might not be enough. No, enough. Let's just retake this 1% loans. I have to fix the crown out as well. So actually, since I have so much admin mana, how about we go in depth? Some promises that are gonna be cheap for that. Okay, perfect. For our autonomy, I have to fix that as well. Embrace the institution. Obviously, repay 2 of the loans, and we are more or less fine now. Oh, and we've got faceting in Constantinople, thanks to the institution. Okay, Mr. France, taking all of this. Nobody cares. Yeah, Mr. Venice, taking all of this. Well, Naples cares, but that's it. And I have a bit more than a year now to do at least one more peace deal of that event AE modifier. That's why I'm gonna try rushing down Naples. But so far so good. That's our player's map mode, and that's our AE map mode. You see, we are more or less fine. But what I can do is to make a claim on England now and go after them. Also, just before declaring this wars, I have to create a couple of new subjects. Here I wanted to create, but yes, Toulouse and Gascony were my goals. Where's Toulouse and Gascony? Yeah, they are here. Toulouse, take Gascony. So, you know, this way we have really nice Reconquest CB on for the next war with France. Even though we'll not have such AE modifiers, we'll still have the Reconquest. I need to get access to Mecca, the Province War Score Cost Monument. That's gonna be a problem. I might have to go here. It's fine. Now that Mehmet is 30 years old, I can choose my heir. All of them are terrible. Let's go for the 334. I'm doing what exactly I promised. So I'm going to the lands, forts of Naples and just rushing them down. So I peace out before November. Finally, succession Kaganate happened. Anyway, I can peace out Savoy in that war. I hope so. I'll be able to do that soon. Oh, there it is. Fate of the Crimean Khanate. Tributary state. They should become a march thanks to the mission we did. Yeah, there we go. Goodbye, Mr. Savoy. I have 70% war score now on our friends from Naples. Peace them out. Maybe not for my 100%. See, I cannot. I mean, I want to reach Sicily. So it's actually not take that many provinces here. I'll have Reconquest Casus Belli. Instead, let's just take a few here. Just as much as they're gonna accept. 73, 70, 73. Let's go for this. See, that's 20 AE. Take a bit of money on top of that. Yep, this is where my event is gonna pretty much end. Oh, now we have to prepare for an invasion of England. And obviously, it's time to take care of Mamluks. By the way, that's my AE map. So I can just slow it down right now. Deal with England and deal with Mamluks. And I got finally a bit of peacetime. Go ahead and reduce autonomy wherever it is possible. It is a mess because we've played on a very low crown land, but it's fine because most of my power is actually coming from eyalets. It's alright. I will also not have any rebels on most of these provinces, even on this. I have 110% overextension and 2 of war exhaustion. So I just need to decrease that quickly and prepare for the war against Mamluks as well as England. Now that I managed to make Sicily a core eyalet, I can seize land from them to get Malta. So be aiming to get a monument up and running here. Unfortunately, because IBM wedding happened, but it didn't take much from Aragon. Mr. England, losing to Burgundy, huh? Let's invade them. Let's see how equality of England. They're behind, about to be 2 techs behind. Yeah, of course, rebels are helping them. But see, I'm absolutely demolishing the army. If Cairo open, I have a choice to either in 3 years fully subjugate Mamluks, so they will be my eyalet, or an alternative is to, for 20 years, get co-creation cost and province war score cost. And I'm really wondering about that because Mamluks, yeah, I do need probably at least 3 wars against them to get all of these provinces. But that province war score cost combined with the province war score cost from Mecca and Malta, they might be very worth to, you know, for the conquest in this Western Europe. On the other hand, I'm saving 3 wars here on the Mamluks with this click. It's not an easy as a choice. I'm really thinking about that because I'd also create trade companies here, which would be additional merchant and better economy for us. Call me dumb, but I'll go for this option. Not going too crazy in England. I'm pretty much taking provinces enough to release 3 subjects. So Wales, this was Cornwall, I believe, yes. On the north, Northumberland. So for next war with England, I will have 3 conquest castles building all of them. I might just take something like that to make it harder for AI to handle this nation. You see, that's a bit of AE because we've lost some AE bonuses, but it's fine. The truce is only 13 years. I'm gonna deal with the rest of them in this 13 years. Yeah. I just need to stack more war score cost bonuses. Another issue is like that I can't re-invite the AE impact scholars from our religion. They're gone. That's super unfortunate. Also nothing I can do with. Our AE impact is a bit down. Citrus breaking them is not that bad of an idea. Nobody would care. My stability would care. But what's my stab cost modifiers? Once I deal with overextension, it should be totally fine. Anyway, guys, I think that's what we're gonna finish. You see at 171 provinces. Well, actually, let me create a trade company here first. Yeah, okay, we're at 171 of provinces. So almost halfway there. See, our players map mode looks alright. I'm gonna hunt for the Pulse event for AE Impact again in the next year. And now while preparing for the next push into European nations, I do have to get the monument in Malta and Mecca and improve them. That will not be a good, easy job, but we're slowly going towards a moment where we want to go into more loans, preparing for a giga push. We need to stack province for score cost modifiers and start preparing for that final push. Is Italy out of HRE already? It is. Look, actually state. We could also try, you see, vassalizing peacefully some of these guys, but we need to improve relations with them a lot. I think that's also gonna be my goal, just hunt for the small nations. See, Mantua, Bologna, this few will be easily to be subjects of us. Ideally, we should also dissolve the HRE. I see a few nations do like us, like 3 of them. I'll think about it before your next video. Because if you want to finish in 1480s, we have to combine all of this. If you want to finish before 1500, it's easy peasy. But we want to do it at least 10 years before the timer, okay? Let me know what you think, guys. Remember to leave a like on this video to support it, and obviously subscribe to the channel to get notified about part 2.